Hello everybody. I hope you are well today. Let me fix this a little bit. I have been battling a little bit of more fatigue than usual, but at least one good thing happened. The stormtrooper had started making some weird noises. It sounded like a fan, but I couldn't figure out. I opened it, I couldn't figure out what it was from. So I had my IT guy come Friday, and he checked it, and it is indeed a fan. It is a fan in the power supply that apparently got a problem with a bearing. Good thing is that it's nothing dangerous. I can keep going even if the noise is messing me up. Hi Jessica, hi Pam, hi Dawn, to the two Donnas, hi Sharon, hi Colleen. And I will have to, I think I might wait for April. My IT guy said he's going to look home to see if he has any leftover from any job. But I think I might wait for April 13 to 12, October 12, 13 for Amazon Prime to see if I can find something a little bit cheaper. So, hi Lane, hi Laura Lynn. Now, we still have absolutely no winners of the giveaway, because even if you posted some stuff, nobody had any likes. And I told you the winner would be the person who has the most likes on their comment. And as you know, all these giveaways, the main reason for the giveaways is to bring more people to your page. So essentially, you're kind of supposed to share the post on your profile and say, hey guys, come give me likes. And nobody did, apparently. So we'll still do another contest after the live today. So in the meantime, we'll do another Halloween cane, and I will explain again the rules at the end of this. Now, I know that I owe you the October chat with you. I will do it Monday because Saturday I had to do the sponsors live, and I honestly cannot do 2 lives in the same day. I cannot do that anymore. I have an appointment with a neurosurgeon on the 12th, so hopefully they'll figure out what the heck is going on with me. So hi Jeannie, hi Jessica. So I thought of trying to make what the heck did I do with my white? A black cat cane, something that would require very little white, because this is my last white, and for now Trish doesn't have any until this coming week. I did go ahead and I got a couple of 8-ounce bars on Amazon that are supposed to be here Tuesday, so that I can still keep working. Now let me share with you, because I have some of my sponsors are in here. We had a funny happening Saturday. I was kind of showing them how to do leaf beads. You know how to do the whole leaf canes and how to combine them and all that. And hi Gemma. And at one point I needed some olive green, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go in there, not gonna get up and go in the closet to look for olive green. So I just put together some colors I had handy, and I had a couple of my sponsors who messaged me afterward. They're like, oh my god, when I saw you doing all that, I was like, what the heck is she trying to do? So what I can tell you that this color, which you can see, it's kind of an olive green, Skinner blend of an olive green. This was made using white, cadmium yellow, turquoise, sienna, and a pinch of ultramarine blue. And the ladies were like, so I was like, what the heck is she doing there? That doesn't seem like it. And yes, it does. So it's just a whole matter of knowing the colors. And again, if you have problems and you don't have all the colors that you need, remember that all you need practically is the 3 primary colors, and they have the cadmium red, cadmium yellow, and ultramarine, and then black, white, and translucent. And your best bet, and I said before, hi Marietta, and I said before, I have hold on my Pinterest, and you find my Pinterest, come on Pinterest, come on up, and you find the link to my Pinterest in the let me display capture this. Okay, it just got me in my regular thing. Okay, so you have here all kinds of mixes, right? There are some of them that are a little bit more unusual. I have all kinds of boards here, but what I wanted to show you is that I have, number one, I have a board that is just color mixes, all kinds of color mixes. Then I have all these recipes separated into red color mixes, then green, metallics, purples, blues, yellows. So it's very easy to find exactly what you want. And then I have quite a bit of other boards that can help you with various other things, you know, with extruder tutorials, not just mine. And I have several boards with certain artists, and I even have a Romanian traditional folk art that can give you ideas when you want to do canes, because they all look absolutely fabulous. Okay, let's get back to what we are doing. So of everything that I thought of doing a cat. So in order to do that, I'm going to start with some white, some yellow, and some black. So I'm going to get first some white, and I'm going to make a fairly thin sausage out of it. So you saw I first made the bead, and now with my small acrylic, I am doing a sausage. Now what I'm going to do, I have to decide about how tall I want my cane, and I think that if I go, you don't have to do it this long, as big as I'm doing it. You know, I usually do things bigger, but let's say about 1.5 inches. My next thing is to get some black Actually, I only need one, I don't need two. Never mind, I only need one, I don't need two. I'm going to get some black, and I'm going to get it on a thinner setting, not that wide. So I'm going to go with about, it's gonna get wider than this when I get it with it through the machine. So I'm going to go with about a medium. So this is a 4 on the makings. And of course I'm here and Finnegan came here because he always has to be at my feet. So what I'm going to do is, actually I'm going to go a little bit thinner, shorter than this, maybe 1 inch is my best bet. Okay, so I'm placing this here, right? And then I'm going to cut it here. My next thing is to get some yellow and do it pretty much the same. More on the thinner side. Every time I turn on the machine, I have somebody looking up, very concerned. He's right here. Is it? It's my little baby who needs to be with his mama all the time. Okay, so this is the eye. If I didn't say anything about it, this is the eye. Okay, so I'm going to first place it here. So it should be about at the same level with my little white sausage, and then cut. Now I'm going to come back here, and this time I'm going to go about 1 millimeter from the end of this, 1 or 2 millimeters from the end of this, and I'm going to bring it a little bit, not all the way around the white, just a little bit around the white. So kind of like this. This is what I need to get. And I'm going to wrap the whole thing. Yes, he's playing with something. Goodness only knows with what. But on this side, I'm going to wrap just once. But here I'm going to come and wrap a little bit more. So pretty much this. Okay, and my next thing will be to wrap this whole thing in white. you doing? He's trying to get behind the shelves. I have no idea what he's seeing there. I cut the ends here. Hi, Robin. Hey, Beth, it's not like you have to, it's like some kind of doctor appointment or something. And I'm going to wrap it. So it's still on 4th, okay? And I'm giving it 2 wraps. All right, now I'm going to reduce this so I can cut it in 2. And again, I'm going from the middle a little bit towards the edges to make sure that I don't have any air caught in this. And this should be good. Yeah, 1 1/4. 1. Okay, now I have 2 eyes. The main thing is to make sure that you get the light point in the same direction on both eyes. And one thing that you want to do is to gently pinch the outward, very gently. So it's going to be this way. And again, make sure it's not deformed, and gently gently pinch the outward. So the outward on the other eye will be on the other side. So now we have 2 eyes. And of course we are going to wrap them in black. And then a little bit too close together. I'm gonna put half around the inner part and half around the inner part. And now they are pretty much at the desired width from each other. I don't need the thin ones, so I'm going to start making sausages. So again, bead Then I start the sausage. And remember, I always fill using sausages because it's much easier than to try and make triangular sectioned pieces. Okay, so let's fill this part here. And let's fill this part here. Now, I do need to make one triangular thing. And I'm going to make it out of black. Because we want it to be a little bit cutish, right? We don't want it to be scary. I mean, of course, we can make scary stuff, but why? And again, I'm going to flatten it. And after I rounded it some, I'm going to start rectangularizing it. And cut it in half on a diagonal. And wrap it in thin white. And of course, you can completely skip this if you want to. Cut it very good here. You can completely skip this part if you want to, and if you find it too hard to make. I just want it smaller nose. You can make the whole cat head completely black. Why is it your personal pain? I'm gonna show it one more time. Hey, boo boo, boo boo. And you can see that sometimes my clay gets a little bit contaminated, but as these canes are going to be so small, nobody's going to see a speck. You know, I mean, yeah, you can clean your tile, you can clean everything you want and not get any contamination, but I'm not going to bother because this is going to end about the same size as the little spider, so there is absolutely no reason why. Now I'm going to cut this other triangular one in half. And see, this is why I go for 1 inch, because it always gets longer. So I'm placing these here. Actually, no, it's gonna be harder to do it this way. Let's just go back to the sausages. It should be easier for you with the sausages. Okay, so let's I'm going to come from the bottom here, or the right, on the left of my sausage, filler sausage, and I'm going to come all the way around to until I reach again the sausage. Then I'm going to place, oh, that's the reason I made this one too long. I'm going to place the nose here. Don't worry, it's gonna look just fine once we start reducing it and making it tiny. Actually, this one is a little bit too big. Let me make it a little bit smaller. This is better. Now you want the nose to be about close to half of the diameter of the eye. And then black, black. I'm gonna go more for a Gay Paris kind of look. If you remember, the Siameses in Gay Paris were kind of fairly skinny. So I'm pretty much filling, I forgot to cut on the diagonal. I'm pretty much filling all around the nose. So see, I have a diagonal cut here. It's going to go where the diagonal of the nose is. And cut here. Now I'm going to place another diagonal, but this time the other way. And again, cut here. Check the other side. And again, I have a diagonal. I'm going to place it here. Make sure it goes all the way. And cut. Now, at this point, I'm going to get one of these half ones, and I'm going to wrap just the top of it, one of the sides. So, just two of the sides actually, two of the sides of the triangle. So I'm gonna have something like this. And I'm going to place it here. Remember, the whole idea of these Halloween canes is to make easy to make canes that can be made into little cane slice bracelets. I'm trying here to promote Kathy's bracelets for hope. And you are right, Elaine, there's too much scary in the world right now. Let's not do more scary. And one more here. Trim. Now, I'm going to make another. Of course, you can make it wider than this. This one is kind of skinny, but it's a good Halloween look, right? So let me make another. I'm making another rectangular-ish thing that I'm going to cut in two on a diagonal. And yes, I still have that very soft black. That's really, just make it a little bit more pointy once you place it. I still have that very soft black that's not really very good for canes. So place it, I think that you'll have almost like a triangle. Place the ear here. Make sure it's well. And we can make it a little bit fatter, not so skinny. If you want to make it skinny, make just this area a little bit more gaunt. But if you want it a little bit fatter, just apply some more here. And another area to make it a little bit fatter is, hold on, let me cut one piece here, cut it in half in a diagonal. Place some more right here on the sides of the eyes. And make sure the ears are well stuck to the head. Now, the first filler we are going to do is going to be yellow. Again, remember, even if it looks a little bit, no, not in translucent, even if it looks a little bit awkwardly shaped, the idea is to make it look properly when it's going to be tiny. So even if it looks a little awkwardly shaped, it's going to be just fine. So my first wrap will be in cadmium yellow. I might have to do a second wrap in cadmium yellow. We'll see here in a minute. So, I mean, what I meant is that I might need to get more cadmium yellow. This is too white. So I started the top of the ear. I come down. More here. Top of the ear. And then I'm going to start filling here. I made too many black sausages, so and as you can see, I'm cutting in diagonals, right? And my next one should be this. I need just a little bit more yellow. I didn't measure right. Doesn't happen too often. But I do need more yellow. Just a second. It's not here. Yeah, I usually buy the primary colors in the 1 pound, and they last forever, and I have forever to work with them. Okay. There's something on the porch. I don't know what's going on here. Still need to weed it my backyard. now I'm almost at the tip of the ear, so one more in a diagonal. To finish the ears. And then I'm going to add a little bit here. And then one wrap. Now, of course, if you want to, you can do this instead of just plain color. You can do a Skinner blend with the yellow in the middle. It's entirely up to you. So I have a yellow, then I'm going to place a red. Let me put a little bit of yellow in it, because it's just a tad too red. I want it more orangish. Not fully orange, but more coralish if you want. This should be it. And now wrap in red. And you can leave it red if you want to. Color. Okay, now what I have left of red, and just to give you an idea, I'm gonna need to mix it with more yellow if you want to do that, but I mean, you can put at the end. Okay, I need the whack. You can put in the end on the edges pinstripe. And thank you. Thank you, Gemma. Thank you, Judy. Okay, where's it? Did I get the black here? Yes, I got the black here. I'm losing my mind. And that, get one more, just to be on the safe side. By the way, I keep getting all the time the question, what's the best way to store your clay? Best way to store your clay is in the original package. Don't start conditioning it and placing it in whatever you want, sheet protectors, cellophane bags and stuff, unless you're ready to work with it. I don't put in cellophane bags my clay unless I get it ready to work with. Generally what I have in those bags is what's left over, but the best place to store your clay is to just leave it in the original package and open it only when you need it, because no matter how good you think it's going to store, if you put it in a protector sheet or in a cellophane bag, you'll still have to condition it, because as I explained before, polymer clay is a plastisol, so whenever it sits for longer than a few hours, all the PVC particles and plastifiers inside are going to start grouping up. They go by their groupies and they start separating. So it's kind of like the ketchup, you know, that normally it's full, but when you start shaking it, that's when it starts moving around. Same with the polymer clay. So it's going to decondition itself. So even veneers, you cannot store them for too long because they are going to start cracking. Good for the wrap with black, and I need my longer. Enough. So yeah, I'm still dealing with completely getting off of opiates. My main thing is that, yeah, kratom is good, but it still doesn't it doesn't do as much good on pain as opiates do. Nevertheless, this is it, and I'm going to stick with it. Okay. And if you want, you can do a thinner one, you can do a pinstripe one, a thinner line around, make it just, or you can do just plain black. Let me get this a little bit thinner. And that it will be enough for the whole thing. Just don't do a pinstripe when it's this big. I'll show you here in a minute. After I reduce it a little bit, I'm going to add a pinstripe so you can see how it works. Okay, so this is it. And I'm going to start reducing it. Again, I go first in the middle because I have a lot of crappy softy clay. I'm expecting to lose quite a bit. You know that I usually don't have a lot of wastage, but because the black is soft, the yellow is soft, the white and the red were the only ones that were acceptable. As I've been saying before, Premo is the most accessible, cheapest for us in the US. Unfortunately, unlike the other brands of polymer clay, it is not consistent. I mean, throughout the years we had to deal, and we usually in summer have to deal a lot with crappy soft, too elastic white. This summer we also had to deal with crappy soft, too elastic black. And then Sometimes the translucent is too dry, sometimes the translucent has a weird color. Sometimes some of the regular clays are weird. What I think is going on is that they simply have different factories, and not necessarily the recipes, but the materials they use for the recipes are not consistent. Okay, this is not very good to cut. I mean, it's my thing. Remember that my hands are not very strong. Okay, so this is pretty much the black cat. And I'm going to get a piece of it, and I'm going to reduce it smaller. It's not perfectly straight. I did a very bad cut here. And again, I'm going from the middle towards the edges. Let me grab my cane cutting. Because this one is really bothering me. I cannot reduce properly if it's not straight. And at this point I can start adding the pinstripe. And you can use yellow and black, you can use orange and black, you can use red and black, you can use white and black. It doesn't really matter. Let me see if I have enough of this. Let me add more yellow because I want it more orange than this. So I need to tell Trish to add this to my order because she didn't ship it yet. I forgot I need more yellow. I think I need, I'll have to check. This is too red. I want to add an orange to make it more Halloweenish. I'm simply making some orange. Generally you need about twice as much yellow than red because red is stronger than the yellow. If you want a pretty much real deal orange, not a mandarin orange. this is more of a mandarin orange, but I'm not gonna go too much into making it lighter. It's going to look just fine. All right, so let's make a pinstripe. So there we go. On this long. So this is the length. Okay, normally I wouldn't cut in like this. Normally you're supposed to cut like this, but because this is very tall and very for this one, makings for the whites and the translucent atlas, it's kind of softish. I wouldn't cut this one the way that it is standing up, because it's going to just faint on me. I hope I made enough. If not, oh well, we'll make one more. Oh, come on, don't get together. We started loving on each other. All right. A little bit too long. And why lately the whole pinstripe started being so associated with Halloween? Simply because of the movie Beetlejuice, because that's what they used a lot, and I only need like one more. Didn't measure well. So now we can finish the pinstripe here. And one more black wrap. Alrighty, and wrap it one more time in black. So line, press against the end here to get the line so you know where to cut. And there we go. Let me get a piece of this and reduce it to the same size as the spider. Now remember this size. And again, I'm going from the middle, the hourglass thing, and then I'm gently going towards each end to spit out whatever air bubbles might be, but also to keep the core moving, because you'll notice that after a while your middle will start getting a little unwilling to move. And there we go. And we got an itty bitty kitty. Got it a little bit too small, but you got the idea. So I have a little beads for children bracelets, Halloween bracelets. And of course you can put, like, you can even get a large slice and put it on a mug, glue it on, bake it on a mug, and then take it off and glue it, because it's not going to sit there. This one I'm not all the way in. And there we go. So let me go back to the giveaway. The giveaway's prize is $50 gift certificate for PolyClay Play. And in order to get it, I'm going to post on the Facebook page of Kalyana Design a post that's going to say the giveaway is started. Please post in the comments an image of what you think would be a nice Halloween cane. The rules are, look for a simple one, because I have to be able to make it within an hour, because after that, you know that my back is starting to hurt too big. Number 2, make sure that it's not somebody else's work. Just leave it out on paper towels, and leave it out, put it between paper towels and with something heavy on top, and leave it out for a few days. Okay, so make sure it's not somebody else's work. Make sure it's not a sculpture. I mean, I cannot really do a sculpture into a cane, and it will definitely be too long, way longer than 1 hour. Put only one image. Don't do a Google result with a big thing with a lot of stickers on it. You can, if you tell me the fourth one on the second row from the left. And the idea is that the person, the reply, if you cannot post images, because on some devices you cannot post images in replies on pages. That's Facebook. Don't tell me, I have no idea why that happens. It's depending from device to device. The person who will have the most like, their comment will be the most, their image will be the most liked, will get not only the gift certificate, but I will make that cane for the next Sunday live. And the contest ends Sunday morning, about 8 Central, because I need to have time to get my stuff ready. The way that you can get the likes, just as Jessica said, you can post pictures of your cane if you think that I could make it improved and easier to make or something. And the winner is the person that has the most likes to their comment. The way that you can get the most likes is just simply share the Kalyana design post on your profile and ask your friends to go and like your reply. So it's not that difficult, and I essentially had 4 gift certificates like that. Don't post more than 1 entry, and the person who won one cannot be qualified for the next one. I have 4 gift certificates ready for Halloween and 4 gift certificates ready for Christmas. So let's get the ball going, people. Okay, thank you so much, and I guess I'm going to go lay down. And today is the 4th. I'm going to do just one more cane on the 11th. So that will give you enough time to get your canes ready, and I will explain on the 11th how to cut the slices and get them ready for a bracelet. And then on the 18th we are going to make the bracelet. I'm not gonna go all the way to the 25th because I'm thinking you might need to get some time to cut and slice and poke holes and bake and all that. And on the 18th I'm going to have them already baked and everything, so I'll show you just how to put it together. Now remember that these are absolutely fabulous for Kathy Weaver's Bracelets for Hope program. Kathy Weaver several years ago started this program because her niece had very rare children cancer. So now she's affiliated with a lot of the hospitals, and she goes and she makes, not just for Halloween but for all the holidays, she makes these bracelets for hope. And I already posted, but I will post again the link to Kathy Weaver's Facebook page, so you can contact her directly. And I showed before how to make, if you don't want to make them just with but I'll show again on the 18th, if you don't want to go with just plain slices, how you can make beads with these. So it will be up to you. Okay, thank you so much. Don't forget to thumbs up, and if you just found my channel, please subscribe. I'm still fighting severe chronic fatigue. That's why you don't find a lot of recently uploaded videos, but I'm keeping up with the free Sunday ones, live broadcasts. And I promise you, as soon as I keep trying to work, only that it's very, very difficult. And I had some, I'll tell you more Monday. Count on Monday at 10:30 Central to have the monthly chat. Okay, thank you so much, and have fun making the little cat cane. Bye.